Throughout California, early voting started today for Proposition 50, a controversial ballot measure which would allow redistricting of the state in favor of Democrats. The proposition introduced in response to redistricting in Texas that changed their maps to favor Republicans. That battle over Proposition 50 has been both fierce and expensive. KTVU Fox 2 reporter Mark Sayer has our story.
Proposition 50 is the big-ticket item for the upcoming special election, which could carve up California's congressional districts to perhaps increase by 5 the number of Democrats sent to Congress. The ballot measure was put on by the legislature to offset redistricting approved in Texas, which favors Republicans. In Napa on Monday, Representative Mike Thompson led a rally urging a yes vote on Prop 50.
I've heard the same thing over and over and over again. And that is, what are you going to do to stop this guy, and how can we help?
If approved, Proposition 50 would link some rural counties like Siskiyou and Modoc with coastal counties like Marin and Sonoma.
There are all sorts of issues on which rural voters and urban voters really deserve their own sets of representatives. And I think what Prop 50 does is to destroy those traditional communities that sit together in congressional districts.
Lanhee Chen is a fellow at Stanford's Hoover Institute and former Republican candidate for state controller. Chen says Proposition 50 would dismantle some of the key principles historically used to determine congressional districts.
And really what that does is it makes it incredibly challenging for a person to represent both areas, the represented needs, the issues that come up that are front and center in rural parts of our state are very different from the issues that we might see in more urban or even suburban parts of the state.
In Santa Clara County, Sharkey was on hand at the SAP Center to kick off early voting. The county is deploying its full resources for Proposition 50, including more than 100 ballot drop boxes at public locations like libraries and community centers.
I think that our drop boxes strike that perfect balance between convenience and security.
With high-stakes issues on the ballot, voters are increasingly concerned about security. Elections officials here in Santa Clara County say about 60% of all mail ballots now come back through secure drop boxes like this one out here at SAP Center.
But at the same time, voters have confidence knowing that once they put their ballot into our official drop box, it's going to be collected regularly by county staff, and they're going to transport that directly back to the Registrar of Voters office.
If approved, Proposition 50's new electoral maps would be in effect through the 2030 elections and then would revert to the state's existing independent redistricting commission. The special election is set for November 4th. Reporting in San Jose, Mark Sayer, KTVU, Fox 2 News.